What is it like working with
It's different. It's different. The celebrity factor has been amazing to my career. But you know, celebrities have very different lives. They, like when I worked with Christina Aguilera, she would work through the night singing and recording, so she wouldn't get up till 4 in the afternoon, which meant that we had about an hour to shop together. So, you know, it has its challenges, but it has amazing upsides. So many of the clients have become great friends of mine. Cher, I spent every Christmas with her. Elton John, we go on vacation together at least twice a year. So the clients have actually become close friends as well as clients. So it's been an amazing experience.
And do you find that they have styles of their own that they know how to interpret into their interiors, or do you do a lot of guidance?
Again, it's really one of my main things in design is that I want to give you your look, not my look. So it's very important for me to understand what you want, to understand your fantasy, and to make that a reality. That's kind of what I do. So if you look through my work, you'll see that there's a lot of many different styles, very modern things, very traditional things, Moroccan-y things, Balinese things, different houses for different people, but that was their fantasy. So it's really for me all about finding out what you want and helping you create that. And some of the clients are very hands-on. I mean, Cher wants to look at the tiniest detail. You know, many times I'll go to her house, go up, literally get in bed with her and go through samples, because she wants to be that involved with it and wants to see what's going on. She likes to do everything from her bedroom. That's why I'm getting in bed.
Yeah, so, getting in bed with Cher.
So that's kind of amazing, because I love that interaction. That's how you get the most creative results. Whereas some people like Elton, when Elton bought his apartment that I recently did for him, he came and he saw it the day he bought it, and then I tore down every wall in that apartment, and rebuilt it. And he didn't see it until the day he moved in. So he had nothing to do with it whatsoever. You know, I'd occasionally speak to him on, speak to David, his husband, was a little bit more involved, and show him pictures or colours of things, but Elton really didn't see anything. It was crazy.
But since he's one of your friends, you must have an idea of his likes and dislikes.
Well, yes, and one of the great things with him is I got to travel to all of his 7 houses, around the world, and see his style and see what he liked. And I even managed to pluck a few things, some of the art from different houses, to kind of be able to formulate the LA house to become something that he would love. I must admit, I was a little tongue-in-cheek when he first saw it, thinking, oh my god, I don't like it. But he did, it's one of his favourites, so that was a good thing.
Fabulous. So where do you find the pieces? Do you travel the world, or do you have certain markets you like, or shows?
I shop the world. I literally shop the world. It's really important for me well, everywhere I go I want to buy something, and so hopefully if I'm buying something I can use it in somebody's house, otherwise I'm going to end up with the most filled up garage in the world.
That would be some garage sale.
Yeah, maybe some garage sale. But the internet's become amazing shopping resource for me. There's amazing sources that I'm sure you know of. Things like firstdibs.com is incredible, because you can shop antique stores all over the world. So in Paris, for instance, I'll shop the Marché aux Puces completely online.
Really?
Completely online, and I've bought incredible things. So that's kind of amazing. So it allows you to shop the whole world, you know, from my desk in LA. But it's very important for me to know sources everywhere, and that's how you make your job special. I think a good interior designer is about attention to detail, and the details come in general from the accessories and from the things that you find. And so you've got to know the shops in the world now to be able to do that.
Where's your favorite place to go to find new items?
I love Istanbul.
I was just there.
I love Istanbul. Istanbul's become the food. It's so delicious. Well, I should not be eating, by the way. I'm on a diet. But all I want to do is talk about food. But the food in Istanbul is out of control delicious. The people are so friendly. And of course, the Grand Bazaar is the oldest shopping centre in the world. Amazing things. You know, and whether they're Turkish inspired or not, there's incredible things to find there. So, Istanbul actually was a big inspiration for my own fabric line.
The new?
Yeah, the new line, because all of the first part of the collection was done around, called Artemonia, was done around the original Suzannes and kind of those prints. And of course I took all of that and sort of modernised it and added my own colours, kind of a California flair to it. So yeah, so that was really the inspiration was Istanbul.
And what is your interior like?
I live in a very interesting house. I live in a house called the Villa Swanson that was built in 1921 by Rudolph Valentino, and then became the home of Gloria Swanson, and then later William Faulkner, who was, as you know, one of America's most famous writers. So it's amazing Hollywood history, and the house is that fantastic blend of what I call Hollywoodville, which is it's basically a Hollywood version of an Italian villa.
Oh, excellent.
So it has sort of tiered gardens and crazy little nooks and windy staircases, and it's really a fantasy, and so I love it. It makes me feel like I still live in Europe.
Oh, that would be... If I had to go back to the US, I would need to feel like I was in Europe. So
yeah, exactly.
I can understand that. And if you could do one interior in the world, your dream interior, what would it be?
Oh. You know, celebrity-wise, unbelievably, I've been so lucky to do so many people that have been my idols that somehow or the other have come into my life. It's very hard to pick another celebrity to do a house of, but there's one that I would say, because I think he's amazing. I think he's such an extraordinary, intelligent, intellectual actor, is Johnny Depp. And I'm cutting that back to his house because even though he lives most of the time in France, in LA he bought Bela Lugosi's old castle, which is on top of Sunset Boulevard. It's a crazy fantasy castle that was inspired by Ludwig of Bavaria's mad castle. And I think it would be so great to get my hands on that and turn that into something that would have come out of Johnny Depp's head. So that's sort of my fantasy.
So that means it would be very crazy.
Completely mad, yeah. I love the idea of that.
Oh, fabulous. Well, thank you for taking time out of your crazy
pleasure, thank you.